kids! Ready to draw a spinning top? Draw an oval shape with a bump on the top. And on the bottom too. Let's make horizontal lines now. And a little handle on top. Brilliant! Time to paint! First silver on the bottom and the top, then dark blue, red too. Now light blue. Ooh, we love a bit of turquoise. How vibrant! Next, some pink. Wonderful against the turquoise. And green. Nice bright green. How about some yellow next? And purple. And to finish it off, some orange. Gorgeous sparkly orange. And there you go! Look at it go! Wouldn't you love playing with this colourful spinning top? Hey kids, have you ever wanted to learn the keyboard? Well, now you can learn how to draw and paint a sparkly keyboard! Yay! Start by drawing a massive rectangle. That's the outline for the main keyboard body. Next, we're going to do a smaller rectangle inside that to frame our keys. Some circles for our buttons, 3 small ones, 1 big one. Separating out our keys inside the smaller rectangle. And then separating those out further to add our raised keys in the middle of each of those rectangles. There you go. One more. Brilliant. Now let's draw our speaker. Slightly oval. And there, it's ready to paint. What colour shall we start with? How about yellow? Let's paint the main body of our keyboard sparkly yellow. Carefully painting around those buttons and the speaker. Brilliant, providing a nice, bright, sunny frame for our keys. Now let's do red. The last key can be red. Yeah! How about the inner part of our speaker? And the first key too. Now green! Yay! Let's do green for the second key. And the first bit of our speaker. And the second to last key. How about purple? Yeah, let's do purple next. One of the buttons can be purple too. Can you see how we're painting keys each side of the keyboard as a mirror image? Turquoise now on one of the buttons and the next 2 keys. That way it's much easier. Finishing off our speaker. Pink next. I love a bit of bright pink next to turquoise. It looks so nice. Our big button can be pink too because I love it so much. Now for royal blue, final button. 1 key. And the remaining key can be peachy. Brilliant. Now for some silver to paint our raised keys. On a normal keyboard, these are usually black, but we want ours to be a rainbow magical keyboard. Look at that silver. It really makes the bright colours stand out. Woohoo! You did it! And there you have it, a gorgeous, bright, sparkly keyboard. Let's play! Hi friends! Today we're going to draw 2 pandas in love. Hey, let's start with the girl panda. Let's draw an ear. And a hair bow. Ah, lovely. Doing the outline of the face. A nose. 2 big eye patches with the eyes in between. So lots of oval shapes there. Don't forget the pupils, the other ear now, and a happy open mouth. Let's draw her bottom and her foot, her leg outline. Oh, this panda is so cute, don't you think? Her arm and hand, her shoulder, and her other hand is holding on to something. Ooh, there's another hand. This looks like a heart. And another foot. This is the boy panda. We're drawing the paws now. Let's do his leg. And his bottom. His arm and hand over the heart. Little bit of spiky hair there. His head. Let's do a nose. The eyes. Kind of mirroring the girl panda's features. And a mouth. They're both very happy because they're in love. The ears. His neck and shoulder. Finishing the heart. Some rosy cheeks. Finishing touches. Inside of the ears. And finally, some cute little tails. There. Let's shade in the outer border. Just make it more black, more thick. And the eye patches and nose and mouths. And the arms and hands. And the legs and the paws. And the outer ears and tail. So that's all black. There, let's use some pink for her hair bow. We got to look pretty for our loved one, haven't we? Ooh, what a pretty pink hair bow it is. And some pink rosy cheeks to match. She's blushing, blushing with love. And a red heart, the colour of love. We're using wonderful colouring pens here with nice fine tips. Easy to get around those borders so that we don't go over anything we don't want to. Going around the hands and the arms, keeping within the heart border. That bright red colour really does stand out fantastically against the black, doesn't it? Very effective. Just going around the bottom edge and the feet. And then shading it in, line at a time. It's that easy, just like painting it on, but with a pen. And we're almost done with our gorgeous Valentine's panda bears holding a heart. Ah. Hey, today we're going to show you how to draw a kitchen, starting with a big rectangular frame, some lines, some more rectangles and squares to make our kitchen surface, our kitchen cupboard, our fan extractor, our microwave, and some detail like washing up liquid and tap for the kitchen sink and a window frame. What else will we have in a kitchen? How about a sun? It's a sunny day. And a plant on the windowsill. What next? Ooh, yeah, let's have a shelf for our plates. What a great idea. A coffee machine and a couple of mugs. Our cooker top. Let's have a pot on the stove. And our cooking utensils hanging on the wall. Finishing off our microwave. Let's put some food in it. And our bottom cupboards with oven, some buttons on the oven. Final cupboards and the handles, of course. Got to be able to open things. And voila! Ready to colour in. Let's go for green. A lovely grassy green. We're colouring in all of our cupboards. Careful not to colour in the handles, we'll do those a different colour at the end. What colour would you decorate your kitchen cupboards? You know what? I really love white, but green looks amazing too. Maybe it could be a glossy green. Right, let's colour in our wall. We're going to do our back wall yellow, carefully colouring around all the details like the cooker tops and the utensils and the pots and pans and the cafetiere. Going around everything carefully. In between our cupboards and above our fan extractor. Let's colour in our window frame now. Dark grey colour. Let's use that dark grey again on our extractor fan. Great. Now we're going to just colour in our oven. A nice dark green this time, sort of olive green. It's great to use different shades of the same colour. Brilliant, and our surface top too. Let's colour in our hand wash. And our tap. Our brown pot for our plant. And a yellow sun, of course. Blue sky, I say. Lovely turquoise blue. It's a beautiful day outside. Let's colour in our plant, and our leaves and stems are going to be green. Lovely. Now for our shelf, that will be brown. It's a wooden shelf. Colouring in pink mugs. And how about a blue cafetiere? Dark blue on the bottom as it's hot and full of coffee. Now we're going to have a grey pot and grey cooker tops. How about some orange cooking utensils? Nice bright colours here and there. Turquoise microwave. Lovely. Pink around the buttons. And our food will be a nice peach. Light blue for the glass. Light grey details for our extractor fan and our oven and the cupboard handles. Keep going over all those little rectangular handles. And there you have it, a gorgeous kitchen. Hey kids, today we're going to show you how to draw a carousel. Yay! It's so bright and colourful. First, we're going to draw the outline, starting by drawing the base. Then we're going to draw the outline of our horses. We're going to draw 1, 2 and 3 horses. Yeah! They're kind of like a big letter N with a tail and a head and the eyes in the saddle. Just like that. One more horse. So we've got 3 altogether. Brilliant! Now let's draw the poles, going right through the middle of them. Yay! And finish off our base. Let's do the roof now. Curvy lines. And a border. Then the outer side. And then do lines pointing to the middle top. Pointing to a triangle. And a ball on top. Now it's time to paint with glitter, starting with yellow. Yellow for the base. Oh, a nice vibrant colour. Let's use red. Red and yellow and pink and green. Next, brilliant, a green base. Carefully going around all the borders. And now we're going to use silver for our poles. Lovely, and peach. Let's do our horses, nice and peachy. Gorgeous, making sure to stay in between all the lines. That's it. Last one. Nice and neat. Brilliant. Let's use brown now for our horse's mane and tail. And purple for the saddle. Wow, look at those horses. We haven't used gold yet. How about a gold rim for our roof? And green to offset the gold. Lovely. Now time to paint the rest of the roof. We use pink. Let's do a pink stripe first. Every other stripe can be pink, in fact. It's so gorgeous. Let's use yellow again. In between the pink and yellow. Oh, what a lovely combination. There, time to paint the top of our roof. Turquoise is going to go on the triangle. And then red on the ball. See, kids, that was so easy. So much fun. Brilliant. And there you have it, a beautiful, sparkly carousel. Hey, today we're going to teach you how to draw and paint a football. Good old football, the world's most famous sport, otherwise known as soccer in the United States of America and Canada. We're going to draw some pentagons on the inside of a circle and some half pentagons, kind of doing zigzag lines and then matching them up to make your pentagon shapes. Pretty simple really, and that makes your patches for your football. Gives a kind of 3D effect too. So we're going to do a thick outline for the outside. That will make the colour stand out when we paint it. So we're going to start with black, painting in black segments around the edge. Every other segment we will paint black, like this. Carefully painting in between the lines, taking your time, no need to rush. Painting's rather therapeutic, isn't it? As is sport. Do you play football? Have you ever watched a football match? Which team do you support? I think it's a fantastic game. You know, football, it dates back to the 19th century in the UK. That's pretty old. And if you really go back, you can see evidence of football-type games in ancient China, ancient Greece, even with the Romans and Native Americans. And let's not forget Oceania, the Australian continent, had several tribes of indigenous people that played kicking and catching games with stuffed balls. So, football is an all-rounder for the whole world. Now let's check out your shape spotting skills. Do you know how many sides a pentagon has? That's right, it's 5. There we go, painted the middle one. Now we can start with our colours. Red and yellow and orange and green and blue. Starting with the red. Let's paint one of the top segments. Brilliant. So you can use a slim brush because we want to take care not to go over our lines. Wonderful. Sometimes a good technique is to actually paint the outside first, so kind of the border, and then fill it in with ease without worrying about going over the lines. It's a good way to do it. Now, what colour shall we do next? How about yellow? That will stand out nicely against the red and the black. Fantastic. So painting something like this, it's really easy. You just have to draw the outline of a circle. We can do that, can't we? And then just make some pentagon shapes and half pentagon shapes around the edge. It's so easy. Football is a family game, usually consisting of 2 teams of between 11 and 18 players, but some variations have fewer players than that. Sometimes there's just 5 players per team. It's a fantastic sport and it always draws in the crowd, doesn't it? Right, let's choose some orange to go next to our yellow. So we're sort of painting round in an anti-clockwise circle, painting each pentagon shape. So when you play football, as I'm sure you know, you got to kick that ball into the opposing team's net to get a goal. Now, which role would you like to play most? Would you like to be a fielder? Would you like to be the person who kicks the goal? Would you like to be the goalie, the person who defends the goal from the opposite team? We don't want our competitors getting a goal now, do we? Green is looking really nice next to that orange. Gorgeous. There you go. Now, what shall we paint our final full pentagon with? How about blue? A nice royal blue. We're painting through the colours of the spectrum. And if you want to use different colours, all you have to do is mix some primary colours together. So for example, if you mix yellow and red, you get orange. If you mix yellow and blue, you get green. And if you were to mix blue and red, you'd get purple. That's right. So we don't have to stick to these colours. We can use other colours too. A dash of green on the edge there. Repeating colours that we've used here and there, just to match it up a bit. Gorgeous. Almost there, just a couple more to go. Let's do yellow here. Brilliant. Now what colour shall we paint our last little segment? How about we mix some colours together and make purple? Now which colours did we mix? Do you remember? What makes purple? That's right, it's blue and red. And what a gorgeous colour it is too. One of my favourites. And there you have it. A colourful football. Hi friends, today we're going to teach you how to draw a gorgeous colourful dress. We're going to do it on a hanger, just like if you saw it first time in your favourite shop. Start with the straps and the neckline, completing the hanger. Then we're going to do the waistline, a few creases, and start drawing a petal effect to layer the bottom part of our dress. Bigger petals for the next row. And one more. Adding an extra petal for each layer. So we start with 4, then 5, then 6. How many do you think we're going to do on the bottom row? That's right, 7. So we add one more each time. Time to shade in the border. Nice dark black to thicken it up. There, time to paint. Let's do it a gorgeous pink. What's your favourite colour? I do love this rosy pink. So just painting our top half in this colour. And we're going to use red for our neckline. Lovely. And our belt's going to be turquoise blue. Very nice against the pink. Now for our first layer we're going to use a lovely bright green. Almost a minty green. If you don't have the exact shade, you can always mix it together with white if you want to make it a bit lighter, or a tiny bit of black if you want to make it darker. What shall we do next? Yellow! That's right, let's keep it in the family, green and yellow. We can call these our citrus layers, like lemon and lime. One more yellow petal. I'm calling them petals because they look just like petals. Orange. Wow, it's starting to look like a beautiful rainbow. 1 and 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Fantastic. Which colour shall we choose for the final layer? Red, that's right. Let's keep shading it darker each time. Green to yellow to orange to red. Gorgeous. You can, of course, use any colours you like. You can even do multicoloured layers. Why stick to one colour? Once you've painted your colours and they're dry, you can add patterns if you like. Maybe some hearts or stars or flowers. Whatever you like the most. Almost there. And done! Great job! One word to say to you, diamond. They say diamonds last forever. And here we are, showing you how to draw just that. Start with the outline, and then we do the prisms in the middle by drawing a few triangles, a line across, some more lines to form, 3 more triangles, long ones this time, and there you have it. Now let's just shade in the border to make it nice and thick and bold black. That will really make our colours stand out when we paint it. Let's get our paints ready. Which one should we go for first? Yellow! Yeah, let's go for yellow on the top left-hand corner. We know that diamonds are usually transparent, or there can be other colours too, but ours is going to be rainbow coloured. So we're going for orange in the middle. Nice pale orange. What do you think would look good on the right-hand side? How about red? I think so too. We're getting darker in our colours from yellow to orange to red. Nice use of shades there. Did you know that diamonds have the highest hardness of any natural material? And most diamonds are aged between 1 billion and 3.5 billion years. Now we're doing green in the middle bottom segment. Sets off the other colours nicely. Isn't it just amazing how when you hold a real diamond or a crystal up to the sunlight, the prisms in the diamond break up the white light into the rainbow? So here we are, creating just that effect with our paint. Let's do red again, this time in the left-hand corner. I do love a bit of red. A nice rich red. Beautiful. So we're using different shades of the same colours here too. So most diamonds are formed deep beneath the Earth's surface. That's between 150 to 250 kilometres, or 93 to 155 miles below the Earth's surface. That is a huge amount of pressure. Now we're doing purple, my favourite colour on the right-hand side. Look at those colours, they really stand out. Now if you really want to make it bright or deeper colours, you can let the first layer dry and then paint on top of it again. And you can, of course, use any colours you like. We're just using the ones that we think look great together. Carefully painting in between the black lines. And there, right, 2 more segments to go. What should we do next? Blue, yeah, a bit of royal blue there to set off the yellow and the orange. Lovely. Little bit of precision here. Now, last but not least, we're going to go for pink. Beautiful. Now we're almost done. And there we have it, a gorgeous rainbow diamond. Hey kids, today we're going to show you how to draw a bear. That's right. We're going to start by doing the ears. A little tuft of hair. The face, nose, mouth, and eyes. There, now we can do the body. Big, round bottom, the back leg and the tail. And the front feet and tummy. Paws. How many feet does a bear have? That's right, it's 4. One of them's just hidden round the other side. Right, let's darken the border by thickening it up with a black pen. Yay, time to colour, using a light brown colour. Do you know how many types of bear there are in the world? Quite a few, I should imagine. Can you think of some? Well, there's the black bear and the brown bear. There's panda bear in China and polar bear in the North Pole. Don't forget koala bears in Australia. So many different types. Can you think of any famous bear characters in books or cartoons? I can think of a few. How about Paddington Bear? Do you remember the story of Paddington Bear? Where did he come from? Deepest, darkest Peru, wasn't it? And he went all the way to London on a ship. Ended up in Paddington Station. That's how he got his name. And what about Baloo, the big friendly bear? I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you. You know, from Jungle Book. Let's not forget wonderful Winnie the Pooh. And Yogi Bear. Who remembers Yogi Bear? So if you like, when you're drawing your bear, you could draw your favourite bear character. So we're just shading the whole body in, except for the nose at the moment, the front part of the face. This lovely sort of creamy, almost mustardy brown colour. You can just quickly shade it, one row at a time. You'll be surprised how quickly it's finished. It creates a fur-like effect when you do it this way. It can be a bit rough and that's fine. Right, let's do yellow for the front of the face, around the mouth and around the nose. Brilliant. And finally, a dark chocolatey brown nose. There you go, a bear. Hi kids, today we're going to draw and paint some of your favourite toys. Do you have a favourite toy? Can you guess what this is? That's right, it's a ball. All you have to do is draw a big circle shape and then decorate it with any pattern you like. We're doing some curvy stripes. The curves show the round shape of the ball. Red for the first stripe. What colour shall we do for the second one? Yellow! What a wonderful idea! That stands out really well next to the red. Now what kind of games can you play with the ball? Let me see. Catch, football, netball, rugby, but that's a different shaped ball. Maybe even ping pong. What's your favourite ball game? Pretty pink stripe, lovely. Next we're going for green. We like variety. It could even be a ball hanging from a Christmas tree. Look at it sparkle. And we are done! Brilliant! Well done! Next, we're going to learn how to draw one of your all-time favourite toys. Now, can you guess what it is from the outline? Just copy our shape. You can pause the video if you need to. That's right, it's a duck. Now, where might you play with a toy duck? In the bath, perhaps? Maybe it's one of those ducks that lights up when it hits the water. Maybe it's one of those ducks that squirts water at you. Gorgeous yellow with a pink wing. What colour would you like to paint your duck? Let's do a turquoise blue eye. And finally, the beak is going to be gold. Lovely. Quack, quack. Right, what's next? Can you guess what this is? I'll give you 3 guesses. A pile of books? No. A light? No, that's not a toy. That's right, it's stacking rings. Did you ever play with these when you were a baby? They're brilliant. You get big ring, a medium ring, a small ring, even smaller, and you have to stack them in the right order. They're usually lovely rainbow colours. We're going to do ours nice and bright too. So we've got turquoise blue, followed by bright pink, followed by even brighter green. So you just do lots of long oval shapes with a triangle on top. Each one is smaller than the one underneath it. Yellow next. So that triangle at the top is the top of the stick that we stack our rings on. That's going to be purple. Almost there. Done! Excellent stacking rings. Next, I'm going to see if you can guess what this is. A circle, a rectangle, another circle with a smaller circle inside. Rectangle. A circle there, a semicircle there, another rectangle and another. What could it be? That's right! It's a train! Do you have a toy train? Or maybe a train set? I love those ones that link onto each other. Even the ones that go on the wooden train tracks and you can fill the whole floor with train tracks. This is gorgeous red and green. Beautiful. What are your favourite colours? What colour is your train? We're going to use pink for the front. And purple! It's going to be our wheels. Round and round and round, just the big part, leaving the middle part empty. The end is going to be purple too, and a yellow window. And backside. And the inner wheels too. And there you have it, a very nice, colourful train. Excellent! Last but not least, we are going to draw my all-time favourite. Da-da-da! It's a rocking horse! That's right! Now, if you find it a little bit tricky to do the outline, then you can pause the video as you go along and just do one bit at a time. Right, ready to paint? Starting with a gorgeous, natural, peachy, rosy colour, we're going to paint the main body of our horsey. Shall we give it a name? What do you think it should be called? Harry the horse? How about Henrietta the horse? What do you think? We're going to use brown for our wooden bottom part. That's the rocker that it is set upon. And the tail is going to be brown too, and the mane. So that's our horse's hair. Now we're going for purple. We're going to do a purple saddle. Lovely. What colour shall we do the eye? Blue. What a great idea. And yellow at the bottom. There you go. It's a beautiful rocking horse. Well done. Bye.
Subscribe and watch more. Chiki Art.